And hello there folks, it's me RJB from RJB TV, and tonight we've got a new GOSU appearing on the channel. And I'm going to introduce his name once the game has started because I forgot his name, but a new 2022 GOSU has appeared and he looks really good at this game. His name is AnsungTangmyun3. I forgot how to say 3 in Korean, but most of the time it means that you know, it just makes a name sound cuter or something like that. I'm not too sure. Scan explained it to me once, but I kind of forgot exactly what the goal of the 3 is. It's just like a sound effect at the end. Burgersasu here on the red Zerg. On the bottom we have AnsungTangmyun. I'm gonna call him Ansung, or Tang, or Myun, or An. I'm gonna call him Ansung. That sounds the easiest. He's here on the 7 o'clock spawn location on the blue Terran. And I've seen a replay of this guy, and he looked insanely good. He is, I think, kind of the new guy in the fastest 1v1. And he is the new guy that came onto the scene with a bang. He immediately left his mark, his footprint, all over the place. He is amazingly strong. So let me just add that little thing at the top there. Just add that little score tracker at the top that I've been using in most of my videos. Let's bring it back. Okay, there on the top, we have it. Space it out a little bit better, like this. Alright, let's get this game rolling. Burgersasu double hatchery on a corner spawn. That is reasonable. That is reasonable. This is not random against random. This is picking against picking. So he knows that his opponent is Terran. And he probably also knows that Ansung likes to go for factory first because that's what he's doing. And double hatchery is safest against the factory first because there's not really the option to attack very early for Ansung. So the pool should come up right on time. Might even get hatchery number 4 there on the top as well. He is feeling safe and sound. He's feeling strong, or at least strong enough to progress into the technology that he wants to defend himself against Ansung's mech, against his vultures, his Goliaths, and his tanks. Marine there moving out. SV also moving out. Gonna scout across the map. He's looking for hatchery in the choke. But surprise, he's not going for a hatchery in the choke, but he's looking for it. He's looking for a hatchery in the choke, at least on the spawn location, but he couldn't find it. Now he's going to go for full scouts with this SCV. Might start scouting with the Marines as well, but the downside of scouting with Marines as well at this point when doing a double factory build order is that if the enemy goes for fast Zerglings, your Marines die and you lose some SCVs. Although now we do have vultures there on the way. Supply depot number 3, Zerglings are moving out, waiting and anticipating the incoming Marine or SCV that is going to be scouting him. And there he finds the SCV. SCV runs around, turns around, runs around, and he jukes Zerglings, gets all the way into the base, but he might still get surrounded, gets tackled, gets taken down, and Burgersasu there prevents information from leaking out. Lair's on the way, no Sunkens at all, but now he has to go and find AnsungTangmyun, who has vultures on the map, which now means, of course, that because Burgersasu saw those vultures, he's gonna have to build Sunkens very quick, and he hasn't even started the creep, and now his creep gets blocked right there, so no creep on the way. He's in some trouble. Zerglings there on the chase for those vultures, but vultures can kite and micro and just stay ahead of those Zerglings for days, so now he's gonna lose some drones here, or lose his Zerglings. Bottom line, Burgersasu miscalculated a tiny little bit and it's going to cost him dearly. 1, 2, 3 drones already dead and gone. Might go for number 4, 5, and 6 as well. Drones are off the minerals, running around, trying to stay alive and safe, but now Zergling's coming to save the day. Sunken finishes up, vultures get blocked, vultures get taken down. So in the end, does lose about 5 or 6 drones, which at this point in the game kind of hurts pretty badly because he could have been like 6 drones. He's got 17 remaining. That's more than 25% of his drones dead and gone. So yeah, that hurts. That hurts. Definitely hurts. But he has Sunkens now. No Spire yet. It's on the way there in the back. Spire is, in my opinion, the single best option against Factory first. But you gotta beat the Terran to Goliaths and Goliath range. Is he gonna be able to do that? Is he gonna get his Mutalisks out onto the map in time? We have Vultures there waiting in the front, blazing mines, Lurkers, Hydralisks, Zerglings. Definitely no longer an option. More Vultures coming across. Do we have any tanks yet? No tanks on the map yet. We do have Siege Mode on the way. And more Vultures. So no tanks, no Goliaths yet. There is level 1 attack for the air. For ground, I mean. Excuse me, small little correction. 31 drones there for Burgersasu. He's on triple gas at the moment. We have to fill those out really quick. He did finish the Hydralisk Den, because you never know, maybe you do need it at some point. Getting an Evo Chamber there as well. You can outrange the Sunken just a little bit and do tiny amounts of damage on the pool and the den. The Spire should finish in time, which will save both, because look at how little damage those Vultures actually do onto the den and the pool. Mutalisks are on the way, and I don't think the den will die before the Mutalisks finish up. Submarines there on the hunt for... Oh, he's doing a lot of things at the same time. I'm very impressed so far with Ansung. This is something I don't see a lot of players do. Multitasking the few Marines that they made in conjunction with the barracks to get vision on the hills, to hunt down Overlords and try to supply block. One Goliath there across the map. That one Goliath there, that's kind of bad news for Ansung. Because now we got Mutalisks on the map. He has a bunch of Goliaths coming across there. The one Carapace on the way there for the Mutalisks. Mutalisk forced to turn around. Hopefully he finds his one single Goliath there inside of his base and kills it, because that would save him a little bit of damage taken before the Goliaths all ball up together. A lot more Goliaths are on the way here though. He's not making tanks yet. He did get siege mode, but I don't see a single tank on the map yet. It's all gonna be Goliaths. Got a lot of Hatzers on the way, couple Sunkens morphing as well. No Queen's Nest, no Spire yet. He's gonna go all in on mass Mutalisk. A little bit of microing there on the side to at least kill some of those buildings and Sunkens. I mean, kill some of those units to prevent them from getting killed by the Goliaths and Vultures. So protecting his real estate, growing his army, getting Zerglings as well. The Zerglings, not sure how much they will do with all those mines here on the field. Looking for a win. 2 tanks have arrived. Got more Goliaths there arriving, trying to intercept some of them as they come and join up with the rest. But Ansung so far has superb control. He's not just going to lose units without at least trading back some damage onto the Mutalisks. Does not have Karen booster yet, does not have Goliath range yet. But he will soon have Goliath range, and when Goliath range comes out, he's going to become a lot stronger, but it might not be in time. Tank is getting exploded by the mines backfiring, even more mines getting triggered, but they don't explode as the Zerglings go down. But the Mutalisks are doing their job, they're killing all of the Goliaths. This is a great push, a great attack there from Burgersasu, exactly on time before too many units arrived in his base to push him down. The Mutalisks cleared out all of the Goliaths, all of the tanks are right here. That's a big loss there for Ansung. Lost a lot of units. And Burgersasu now on 37 drones with 7 hatcheries finished up. 2 more on the way. Going to kill that Evo Chamber to open up access to 2 more extractors. I think he's got 2 groups of Mutalisks, maybe 2.5. But that's a lot of Mutalisks and not a lot of Goliaths left here back at home to defend for Ansung. He's on 6 factories, that's not a lot of factories, so as I said before, Mutalisks definitely are the single best option against a factory build order. Factory build order, it's so difficult to get enough Goliaths onto the map in time to defend against the mass Muta attack. Got level 1 Carapace finished up there on the Mutas, but there's also level 1 attack there on the Goliath, so 1-0 against 0-1. And it looks like that small little bit of stutter step microing from Ansung did allow him to repel the Mutalisk attack. So Burgersasu returning back home, but he's got so much real estate waiting to be used to its fullest potential that he's going to have a lot of drones, and I feel that Burgersasu is going to grow bigger, faster than Ansung can. So Ansung is in some trouble here. He has to start getting more factories, more starports. He needs Valkyries, he needs more Goliaths, and specifically more tanks. We have high speed coming out there for Burgersasu. No Queen's Nest yet. He's delaying his hive technology a lot, even though he can afford it. He's got a lot of gas, a lot of minerals. He can afford the double Queen's Nest and get the hive. Burgersasu looking for a way into the base, going to try to snipe at least one armory and prevent an upgrade from happening. Losing a lot of Mutalisks here though, not sure if this is worth it. Killed the armory but lost I think 10 Mutalisks. That did not look like it was worth it. But Ansung is staying in his base, he's staying at home, he's not attacking, and I think that is the most important part, although now it looked like he's gonna move out, but he's still waiting in his choke, not yet going for the push. Not yet going for the push. He's waiting. He wants to ball up and max out before he commits to an all-in attack on Burgersasu. Actually, scratch that. He's already going, already moving. That burrowed Zergling right there in the front, that burrowed Zergling is of huge value. It burrowed just in time, didn't get killed, but it sees the entire army moving out. But now at this point, I would have liked to have seen Burgersasu already have a hive, because he's going to need hive technology to survive this massive Goliath Valkyrie tank army from killing him. But maybe I'm wrong, but that's just what my gut feeling tells me. Burgersasu sat around on his lair for too damn long, and now we have a maxed out, one attack, one armor, tank Goliath army moving into his base. He himself has level 1 carapace finished up, but didn't get level 1 attack for his Mutalisk. He's getting a lot of ground upgrades for Zergling, Hylisk, and Lurker, but he doesn't have any Lurkers, Zerglings, or Hylisk yet. He's going for more Mutalisks. It's not looking pretty. There's also 2 Valkyries in the mix that do a lot of good damage against specifically Mutalisks. He's also supply blocked. Ansung is pushing at lightning speed. He's breaking through. Burgersasu goes for the attack, but will this be enough? There's a lot of Goliaths. I count about 30 of them. The Valkyries in the mix, doing AoE damage on all those piled up Mutalisks. Is Burgersasu gonna lose this to his own hubris? He sat on lair technology for way too long. He should have already had Lurker Swarm about 2 minutes ago. He took way too long, and now he's paying the price. Got more Mutas there, morphing. He's on 161 supply against 182. Ansung, honestly, this guy looks insanely good. I am honestly impressed with how good this guy looks. The Goliaths are destroying those Mutas. The Mutas are trying to push through. They're doing their best. More Mutas joining the fray, entering the mix. It's Mutant against Goliath, but ground upgrades are better for Ansung. Burgersasu losing. Is he losing this one? Turrets are finishing up. I'm really liking this from Ansung, but more Mutas coming in. More Mutas coming in. How many Goliaths do we still have alive? I think 7. And that's 7 too many. 7 too many. Burgersasu's supply dropped to half of what it used to be, and Ansung wins game number 1. Burgersasu gets destroyed because he sat around on lair technology for too long against a Terran that was already progressing beyond the horizon of whatever lair technology can fight against. So Ansung with a really strong game, and Burgersasu with perhaps a slightly disappointing game. He had a plan, but the plan did not exactly work out as planned. Oh man, that sounds so bad to say. The plan didn't work out as planned. Oh my god, that sounds so uninspired. Oh my god. RJB. Okay, we got another game between these two, because this is after all a best of 3, which means we got more than one single game. AnsungTangmyun3. I forgot how to say 3 in Korean. Against Burgersasu in game number 2, right here, right now, on your screen, live, coming up. white against yellow. Burgersasu, yellow Protoss. Ansung on the white Terran yet again. The white Terran. Let's update that score real quick and get him 1 win there on the board and see what they're going to do in this game number 2. What are they up to? How is Burgersasu going to recover mentally and physically from getting brutally murdered in the previous match? It looked close for a long time. The odds looked to be in his favor for a while, but he, as I said before, he misplayed a couple of times. One mistake was losing a lot of Mutalisks to kill an armory. Lost way too many Mutalisks. Sometimes when you start a move, the move looks great in your mind. In your mind, it's like one of those moves where you think like, yeah, this is working out perfectly fine. But then, as you do the move, things can go terribly wrong. You gotta try something, but sometimes you also have to recognize when to pull out before it is too late. You don't want any little accidents to happen, so make sure to always pull out on time. You can feel it coming, so pull out. Pull out. Listen to your heart. Nexus first into a forge, not into... Wait, there's a gateway, not a forge. So Nexus gateway. Oh, he's up to something. Ansung going for barracks. Barracks gas. That's an interesting one. It's going to be very fast medic and stim, I assume. Unless he's not at all going for stim with an academy. He's building a supply depot there in the front. Academy on the way in the back. So yes, probably will be marine medic. Maybe some fire bats as well. Burgersasu going for triple gateway. It could be the case that Burgersasu is expecting Ansung to go for factories. That's why he has no forge. Who knows? I cannot look into their minds. I can only jump to poorly informed, uneducated assumptions. What are they up to? This really does look like Ansung is going for medics pretty fast, pretty early. So building that early choke there in the front. Of course, Burgersasu going for a forge now, double gas as well, producing from triple gateway some zealots, and the cybercore should be coming out soon. Ansung trying to be aggressive, trying to prevent Burgersasu from getting in. Sealing off that front door. Yeah, he really does not want Burgersasu to get in there. He really does not want Burgersasu to know what he is doing. And what is he doing? That's the big question Burgersasu has on his mind. So 4 zealots are coming in against about 8 or 9. That's 4 marines. And 4 fire bats. Burgersasu is in for a rude awakening when he sees the fire bats. He doesn't know. And Ansung is actually keeping those fire bats outside of his vision so that Burgersasu cannot adequately respond to the fire bats. He's even making them walk all the way around in a circle, trying to avoid being seen. Let's go to red versus blue. White and yellow on the minimap kind of looks the same. So he's going to try to bait those zealots out. And then run those fire bats right in for the probes. He's going in. Burgersasu is like, oh shit, this is not what I wanted to happen. It's going right in there. Does he have protection in the back? Cannon is on the way in the back, cannon on the way in the front, but the cannon in the front is not yet finished up, and neither is the one in the back. How is he going to protect those probes? They're coming from both directions. Ansung, you're a boss, you're a monster. But the probes run away just in time. Some probes do go down. Now they're on the chase, running to the top side there. Where can he go with those probes? He killed the fire bats. But he did lose, I think, about 6 of his probes. Maybe 7. So damage has been done. Not game-ending damage, but damage that Burgersasu is feeling it. He's feeling it. He can feel the loss of those probes. Specifically in the fact that he stopped mining gas. So the amount of probes he lost on the minerals, he pulled them off the gas and put them back on the minerals. Now he's putting those units back on the gas, getting a Templar's Archive and a Robo in the front, Archives in the back, getting some cannons in the front there as well. It's got about, I'd say, 14, 16 zealots in total. There's a small, weak choke here from Ansung. He's focusing on progressing his... Well, he's just getting tanks and progressing his economy. He got one more command center. Got a scan. Scans right now. Let's see what he saw. Scanned the front, saw one Robo, one Pylon, and didn't quite see the zealots there also hanging out in the front. Actually, they just left. And now they're walking into each other. Oh no, Ansung, turn around real quick. Oh no, medics are blocking him. Oh, and he gets back home just in time. There was a chance that the medics could have blocked the Marines from entering. Sometimes it happens, but Ansung's control is, well, I'd say good enough to make sure that does not happen. But yeah, who is AnsungTangmyun? Who is he? He looks really solid, he looks really smart, but who is he? Who is this AnsungTangmyun? He looks really strong, has great control, great multitasking. Burgersasu now, got Dark Temples on the way. We got a turret in the front, turrets on the side, turret at the command center. Looks like Burgersasu won't get a lot of use out of the Dark Templars, but there is a chance, there exists a chance that the zealots there in the front can kill the turret there in the front as well and allow the Dark Templars to get control over the frontal section. But Burgersasu is going to look for a way in. The zealots are just there to scare Ansung into making a move that he perhaps shouldn't be making. So the Dark Templars there in the shuttle looking for a way in, looking for an opening, finds an opening all the way on the top corner, and he goes right in there. Dark Templars are loading, Marines coming in, cannot detect, does a scan, and he kills the Dark Templars. I think 2 Dark Templars stayed inside the shuttle, so he's going to try again to go right in there. And he scans yet again. Yeah, he knew it was going to happen. He knew that was going to happen. So yeah, Burgersasu now triple Robo. Triple Robo. He's got Storm almost finished up. High Templars on the way. Getting 2 more gateways as well. Getting level 1 attack for ground. Getting Zealot speed, shuttle speed. And getting air armor for the shuttles. And a Corsair in the mix as well to help the shuttles get to their destination. Command Center number 2 on the way as well for Ansung. He's got 1 starport. He's making a dropship. Might go for a tank drop. Triple bunker in the front of 1 attack on the way for the Marines. He's on 48 SCVs against 59 there from Burgersasu. He's looking strong. He's progressing quite nicely. No armories yet though. No armories yet. He's still building for engineering base to hang them on the hills, keeping his Marines in between the pathways for the shuttle drop to come over in, but he goes over the front door. A little misdirection. Marines are stimming in, trying to intercept those shuttles. Shuttles are unloading. Is our Templar? There's a Templar there on the far side. One more tries to go in. Unloads the Templar closer to the... Ooh, kills the Templar. Cannot quite storm on the SCV. He's got it. Yeah, really good play there from Ansung. Pulled 3 groups of Marines to prevent the shuttle drop that almost made the touchdown, almost managed to storm on the SCVs, but snipes it down. Tank drop coming in. A lot of cannons are on the top side, sieging up those tanks. He's gonna hit the tank shot. No! No, it looks like 4 cannons is the exact right amount to kill a double tank drop. Another drop here for the bottom side. A pretty good angle. There are some units in between. Splits up the 2 groups. Shuttles here on the left side. And from the right side, 1 more shuttle coming in. Starts to unload the High Templar. High Templar storms on the command center. He missed the storm. So, the setup worked. That was a really good setup. A really good split of shuttles to ensure that Ansung was focused on the wrong set of shuttles. Gets the real shuttle right in there, but then fails to storm where he wanted to. That's all on Burgersasu. Ansung did not defend that perfectly, but Burgersasu simply failed to make it work himself. That's a painful one. Burgersasu is going to feel the consequences of that one. Also, he's building too many probes. That's an issue I've seen return with Burgersasu time and time again. He gets way too many probes way too often. His Protoss is really strong, but oftentimes you get like 95, maybe even 105 probes, and it kind of sabotages his chances to win, because when you have 30 too many probes, it means you've got 15 less zealots, and 15 zealots can make the difference in winning or losing. So not a drop there on the bottom side. Has a pretty good angle to fly in from. We have tanks and marines in between. Shuttle there coming in over the exact same bottom left corner. Nope, he's going to fly all the way around. He's going to fly all the way around and might not even fly in. He's hesitating. There's marines and a wraith in between. He decides against it. The wraith micro looks so good. Looks so good. How do you break this Terran? This Terran looks airtight. This looks really, really strong. This guy literally, really is one of the new great fastest GOSUs in my opinion. Just look at him, storming all over the place. SCVs do go down, but most of them do stay alive. There's a lot of storms coming down. He had 5 or 6 of them. Went down from 76 to 55 SCVs. Keeps most of his economy alive. Has a lot of gas there in the bank though. Has one more zealot and kills. Ooh, close call. Very close call. Very close call. Very close call. That one killed 6 of his SCVs. Very close call. That could have killed all the remaining SCVs on the minerals. That could have been the death sentence. But now, Ansung is tired of sitting around. 12 minutes in, just lost 20 SCVs to a storm drop. He's already pushing into the map to make sure Burgersasu does not get the second chance, or maybe 5 more chances to end the game. He is turning and flipping the table, storming on the Marines. Marines do go down. Zealots are pushing onto the tanks. Tanks are sieging up. Gonna try to storm those tanks to death. There's nowhere for tanks to run, so let's soften them up with some storms. And he kills a large chunk of tanks. There's a 60 supply difference drop there on the bottom side, ready to go in. Burgersasu is still on 94 probes. It's way too many probes. But will it really matter if he lands this drop right here or right now? Templars on the scene, Templars storming everywhere, kills, I say about 6. Oh, that's a better one. Killed about 15. So in the end, pretty good drop. Actually, the drop was so good that Ansung decides to retreat back home. He stops the attack and goes back home. He lost too much. Too many Marines, too many tanks, and too many SCVs. He can no longer financially sustain the push. So he retreats. 4 factory, 4 barracks, 2 armories, and a lot of SCVs all over the place, but not that many on the minerals. You can see it in the amount of money coming into his bank. So let's look at Burgersasu's base real quick. What is he up to? 4 Stargate. Fleet beacon on the scene. He's flying a dropout over the map. He's got 1-1 for air, and for ground he's got 1-1, 2-1-2. 2-1-2. He's getting disruption web as well. This looks really good. This looks really good. Comes in over the bottom side, gets onto destination. He's got Templars on the scene. SCVs running to safety. Some SCVs do go down, loses 10 of them. One more Templar on the scene, gets another 4 or 5 kills, down to 36 SCVs. The tanks hitting the SCVs with some splash damage. Unsieges, another storm comes down to 29. Ansung calls GG because the front door is also getting torn to pieces. Burgersasu, outplayed Ansung. Ansung looked unbeatable for a small little amount of time, but Burgersasu pulled his game together. He just pulled himself together and got himself the win. There in game number 2. Which now means we're going to go to game number 3, where one of these two players is going to be crowned the victor and the other the loser. Who's it going to be? Ansung or Burgersasu? We are returning yet again with another Protoss against Terran. I guess Ansung is kind of a Terran player. Like, he's played Terran every single game so far. Most of the times we actually see Burgersasu play Zerg and Terran, but now he has an opponent who himself apparently plays Terran more than Protoss, which we don't see a lot. We don't see a lot of people play more Zerg and Terran. So I'm kind of glad that Ansung is one of the few people who doesn't just always play Protoss. Because always playing Protoss, it's not... I mean, it's fun to watch Protoss. The games are action-packed. But I like seeing players perform on Terran and Zerg more than Protoss. A good Terran looks, to me, more impressive than a good Protoss. Burgersasu starting out with a mid-gate, and Ansung starting out with a supply depot first into a barracks. Might go for triple barracks, might go for double barracks. I don't know what he's going to do. I've seen him do 2 different build orders, and 2 different build orders is not a lot. It's not a lot. Like, I cannot... Like, there are other players who are always doing specific kinds of things, like specific details here and there. For example, Biol most of the time goes for, like Biol in the past used to go for fast factory every single game. Now he goes for barracks first every single game. Then you have got Duram. Duram always goes for double factory. Then you've got JH, always goes for barracks in supply. But then you've got a player like, for example, Brain, who mixes things up every single game. Same with Minchel. Minchel does a different build order every single game. And apparently Burgersasu also doing a small, nice little switch up into mid-gate, into cannon plus zealot push. Most likely the recipe that he's going to serve to Ansung. Is Ansung prepared for that very cold, harsh dish being served on a silver platter? Ooh, I like that pylon. I like that pylon, and why do I like it? Because now Ansung can no longer build a proper choke to keep those zealots out of the base. That's what he wanted to do. He wanted to build triple depot there in the choke to keep Burgersasu out. But he's adjusting quite well. He's got a great Marine micro. Gets the Marine into the bunker. Can Marine number 2 get in there as well? Yes, it can. And it looks like Ansung, despite getting his wall prevented, still perfectly defends. His micro is really, really good. Now Burgersasu is just shooting right for the backside. He's gonna go right all the way into the backside. Oh, wow. The SCVs are dirty. Dirty SCV placement. Loses 2 SCVs in exchange though. But I think this is one of the most perfectly executed mid-gate defenses I've seen ever. Like, I've seen people survive this really easily on barracks first, but this was a supply depot first, which means the first Marines come out 14 seconds slower, at least 14 seconds slower, than if you went for barracks first. But now supply depot in the bunker in the front gonna get taken down. I spoke out of turn because now Burgersasu is breaking down the front door. I spoke too soon. Which now means Burgersasu can still push onto Ansung, who's now supply blocked, has to wait for Academy and Supply Depot before he can properly fight against these Marines. How good is Ansung's micro? Very good. Very, very good. Those 2 SCVs being micro in front of the Marines, that is professional level micro. It looks like zero effort, But this is so damn good. Although Burgersasu now getting right through. Ansung overextended a little bit, got a little bit too confident as I was praising him. And loses most of the, well, not most of the Marines, but loses some Marines and an SCV. So we have a really nice push and pull game going on here between the two players. A really nice push and pull. But so far, neither player has won. We're still in an even situation, where either player can now build their advantage from this point onwards. Whatever is going to happen now is going to decide who gains the upper hand. Or that's what I'm saying, but the chance exists that both players are going to stay on equal footing for a while longer. Burgersasu trying to do a very fancy flank, but medics arriving on the scene. Zealots overextending, cannot fight around the bunker, so he runs away. Lost 2 Zealots in total. So what is Burgersasu doing here back at home? I see a Cybercore. I see Firebats coming out from Ansung. Does not have a factory yet. He's got commencement number 2 almost finished up. Factory now being built. Oh, it's being built. It is being built. We got about 12 zealots there on the choke. We got 3 cannons as well, aiming to keep Ansung choked and blocked in. Got a couple KVs on the middle, getting 2 robos on the middle as well. Very interesting location for a double robo. And looks like Ansung is winning that fight with some really good Marine micro. Again, his micro with Marines, his micro in general is honestly really good. He made one overextend earlier, but he recovered from that one mistake exceptionally well. He's doing an exceptionally good job of preventing disastrous amounts of Marine loss, and that's what matters the most. Burgersasu going for triple Nexus. Triple Nexus. He's got Citadel finished up, Templars Archive on the way here back at home. They're all the way on the far side, I believe. And that's support bay as well. Tries to break through the cannons, and that was a small little mistake. Loses a couple Marines. He felt the need to try, but 6 cannons and a bunch of zealots, you're not gonna break through. You're not gonna break through. He's trying to bait a couple of those units into the cannons, but Ansung has these units on hold position now, trying to sneak by and see what is happening. But the zealot is gonna see the starport, see the facility as well. So actually he saw a little bit more than he should have. Got 37 SCVs right now alive. Double shuttle there on the middle, getting double Reaver and getting triple Dark Templar. But we already have turrets on the way and finished up in Ansung's base. Dark Templar's going to try to sneak in through the front door, but I think this turret protects everything quite well. Gets detected, turns around. Can he sneak in over the side? No, he can't. This turret is perfectly placed. Perfectly placed. Perfectly. So we have 3 Dark Templars in there. 2 Reavers gonna go in here. He's looking for an opening in the base while getting Storm back at home, getting shuttle speed, getting shield, and getting air armor. And one more gateway. So he finds a nice little spot here on the bottom corner. Sees a turret there on the way. We have scan energy there for Ansung, so he's gonna kill the Dark Templars quite easily. Reaver shuttle in the front. Reaver shuttle gonna kill the turret in the front. Gets the SCV as well, but now he has to pick up those Reavers real quick. Kills the tank. Nicely done. I think one Reaver took 1 shot. I can't quite see it because both images look the exact same, but one of them took some damage. Dragoons being moved up into his corner to stop tanks on the high ground and to stop tank drops to kill the probes, because that is most likely what Ansung is planning on doing. Building dropships and sending tanks to the high ground and pushing towards the probes with the tanks is most likely plan. That's also why Burgersasu is now building 10 cannons in total around his probes to make sure that they don't go down, that they don't die. I think the next move for Burgersasu is to get Stargates. He's going to need carriers to defend himself against tanks on the high ground and tanks pushing to his probes. But maybe he's gonna stick with gateway units. Got 5 gateways there in the middle. He's got 4 back at home. Getting Robo number 3 on the middle. Getting 2 more forges as well. Now, if he was going to get Cyber Core number 2, I would say he's gonna go for carriers. But the fact that he's gonna go for 2 more forges first, while he's also getting Cyber Core number 2 now, maybe he's just gonna get every single upgrade at the same time. Maybe that's what he's planning on doing. Every single upgrade at the same time. So what is his next move? He's got shuttles. A lot of them. Takes away some of that extended vision that Ansung wanted. So more Templars entering the middle. He's got 4 shuttles finished up, 2 more on the way. It's going to be a big drop. But the drop is taking some time. Also because Ansung cannot build a proper choke because of those cannons there in the front. He's building a block of bunkers instead. Whether that's going to be enough, I don't know. He's on 3 factory, 5 barracks. Got tank drop and EMP moving across the map. A vessel, I mean. Getting starports there on this 9 o'clock base. Scanned the middle. Oh, sorry. And scanned the main base. So this is what he saw. He's going to fly right into the Stargates because he's flying all the way around the middle and sees all the Stargates, which now of course means he is going to prepare himself for the carriers. He wants to try and hit something here. He can either put his tanks on the high ground or try and force a tank drop on the probes. This is going to be a defensive matrix, alright? It's going to be a defensive matrix, maybe 2 of them. He's waiting for 200 energy. Drop there comes in. Almost on the top corner, goes into the back side. SV's not running away. SV's now all running away, but we've got Reavers and Archons on the scene. Marines going down. SV's staying alive. They're safe and sound. Marines... yeah, looks like he's going to be fine. Looks like he's going to be fine. Lost not too much. Tank drop gets taken down. Burgersasu saw it flying past here, so he put his Dragoons, well, on the only spot those tanks could come from to kill his probes. So 91 probes. He's got carriers already on the way, 7 of them in total. And he's got upgrades on the way as well. He's building more shuttles for another shuttle drop. Ansung is using this moment in time to kill the cannons and push into the middle, and maybe even he might even try to push the main base before the carriers finish. He's not using everything though. He's not going all out, not yet. He scanned the carrier proxy base. I think he scanned it. He did not. But he knows that carriers will probably be on the way at some point. So he starts the attack with his level 00 tanks and his 01 Marines. Burgersasu does not have a lot to protect. He has triple robo, some gateways, and more gateways, and a lot of cannons being warped in. And Ansung now going all out, entering the middle, pulling SVs as well to start building turrets, some tanks at the high ground. Ansung is out for blood. He wants to end Burgersasu before Burgersasu has mass carriers on the map. And he's still getting carrier capacity upgrade. We have a couple of carriers finished up, 6 of them in total. Number 7 will soon finish as well, but they don't have capacity upgrade yet, and they are still building their interceptors. Ansung is going all out. He wants to end this before it is too late. So building bunkers and turrets. So yeah, this looks like a really strong push. This looks like a really strong push. Can he end it before it's too late? That's the big question. Carriers are on the side, hovering. Interceptor capacity finished up, but he's still waiting for more interceptors. He's got how many carriers here? 7 of them? Not sure if those 7 will be enough to stop this. You got a lot of marines, a lot of turrets being built, tanks pushing forward, killing the cannons. He's getting closer to the probes. This might get ugly. But we also have a pretty good gateway army waiting on the middle, waiting to flank attack from behind. Tanks are getting dangerously close to those probes. Dangerously close. Only 3 cannons in between. Carriers coming in to kill the tanks. Gonna have to buy some time. And buying time he is. He's keeping those units away just long enough. Now Goliaths are entering as well. Ansung, you look like an absolute monster of a player. You are an absolute monster of a player. This is legitimately one of the best Terrans I've seen in a long time. This kind of reminds... Oh, he gets into probe range, but the probes got pulled away just in time. Burgersasu is not sleeping. He's defending the best to his ability, but the Marines with the stim taking down the interceptors. Now we've got about 20 turrets aiding the Marines in killing the interceptors, but now a counterattack. Reavers are on the middle, killing all the reinforcements. They're going to get taken down there though. Got Dark Templars and Zealots coming from behind to kill these units inside of Burgersasu's base. Now the carriers having replenished their interceptors, going in to kill the tanks. There's only 2 cannons in between this army and the probes. Burgersasu is in mortal danger. He is in a lot of trouble. Can he stay alive? Now I think that Ansung might have wanted to kill the gateways on the middle before moving into Burgersasu's base. Maybe he thought that he could kill the probes with one quick, fast push. But in hindsight, maybe that was a little bit too optimistic. Maybe just a little bit too optimistic. Dark Templars on the middle are tripping him up. And now he's going to kill that real estate there on the hill. Still has 72 probes, rebuilding cannons. Getting Templars on the scene as well. One tank there sets up shop, gets stormed and dies before it can shoot. That tank was within range. That could have been very ugly. Could have been very ugly for Burgersasu. But now Burgersasu still storming those weak Marines to death. That's why we have the bunkers. Putting the Marines in the bunkers. But Ansung is looking like an absolute monster of a player. This looks almost, I've said it before in game number 2, but at the moment he looks almost impossible to beat. How is Burgersasu gonna defend this? Well, with some Dark Templars killing everything in transit. He's building more gateways on the middle. Ansung is going all in on the main base. Reavers on the side. Tanks sieging up. Tanks not being able to shoot. They get taken down just a little bit too fast. Micro carrier control is on point with their 2-2-1 upgrades. Almost 2-3-2. Looking very strong. Getting scarab damage upgrade now as well. Burgersasu is gaining some ground here on the top right, but losing ground here on the left. The zone of control for Ansung keeps growing and growing. He's playing like an absolute monster of a player. I am impressed by this new player appearing on the scene. Small little counterattack, Reaver Zealots and Dark Templars trying to slow down reinforcements while he's killing the main force here on his own base. So this gateway proxy base is slowing down Ansung and it is preventing Burgersasu from getting taken down. Will it be enough though? We don't have a lot of units remaining here to push. He held reinforcements from joining maybe for just long enough. Maybe for just long enough. we have a very nice line right here that decides who wins and who dies. If Burgersasu can push forward beyond this line, this will all probably go down. Oh, raids cloaked on the middle, no detection on the scene. Corsairs coming in to kill the vessels, kill the raids, but the raids are just going to kill the pylons before there is detection on the scene. Burgersasu has an observatory. He has no observers on the way though. His army just shrunk a lot. He's rebuilding as much as he can, but now the middle is going to get taken down. But while the middle is getting taken down, it means he might have a shot at pushing into this fortification fortress that is keeping him boxed into his base. So pushing on the middle. A great strong push. A very strong push. His proxy carrier base, he's largely using it for arbiters. He's finally getting an observer as well. High Templar spawns but dies instantly. All the units spawning on the middle, they can't do much. Burgersasu in there though. A little bit. Oh, wait. The raids no longer have energy to cloak because they use the cloak energy on the middle. Which now means the carriers can push over this corner here. This looks a lot like a Rabbit against Libaku game from not too recent. Not too old. Corsairs killing the raids. Carriers trying to push forward. More carriers being produced there on the carrier proxy base. Units being pulled back home. Gateway's on the middle dying. Carriers flying forward. Carriers going for the money shot on the command center. He's attacking the command center. Is he going to go down? Yes, that one is going to die for sure. I've seen this happen before. Where a player puts all their units into the middle, all their minerals, all their attacking power into the enemy base, but then they leave wide open their main base. Just like this. Lost 2 armories, lost supply depots, lost turrets, lost some units, lost his command center. Carrier proxy base now getting taken down. Ansung is clearing out the map. But wait, there's more. There's still a proxy base being built on 6 o'clock. That might be dangerous for Burgersasu. If that gets discovered, I don't see his chances as being very high. But if it stays alive, which it won't, he finds it, I still think that Ansung is in the driver's seat here. Even though he lost his command center, I don't see Burgersasu breaking this. I don't see him breaking this. Units are being sent out all over the place to scout for more proxy gateway bases. But Burgersasu has only this. Nothing else. He has only this here back at home. He's building robos back at home. He's got a pretty good amount of observers for raids. We no longer have raids being built. It's now Valkyries being built. Tanks are trying to push forward. They're getting ever closer and closer to those SCVs. I mean, those probes. Got 5 robots on the corner. He's going to try to go for a big reaver drop and kill the main base here. While Ansung is trying to kill Burgersasu's main base. It's a good move, but he's going to have to be fast. He's getting disruption web as well, but has no Corsairs to really use disruption webs for. One more carrier there on the way somewhere, but I can't see where. Oh, Burgersasu is getting squeezed to death. Squeezed, crushed, absolutely getting pushed against the wall, and the walls are closing in. Valkyries on the scene. Interceptors are now the worst unit in the world. We have so many turrets, so many bunkers, so many Valkyries, so many Goliaths and Marines. Interceptors die pretty damn fast. But he doesn't care. He goes for the counter-attack. This is one chance to win. Go for the counter-punch. He has more minerals than Ansung. Way more minerals. If he can now kill the economy, kill the tanks, kill the supply depots, he wins the game. Probes are pulled off the minerals. Tanks are very close to his nexus. Starts unloading the reavers. SCVs are dead and gone. No more income for Ansung. Burgersasu has 8,000 minerals, has his carriers in the air, but the carriers are taking big damage from the Valkyries, the Goliaths, and the Marines. This is going to come down to the wire. Who's going to win this one? This is looking pretty damn close. We got a proxy gateway base for Dark Templars on the bottom. He might use the Dark Templars to go for a counter attack and clear out the map. But at the moment, the Reavers are killing supply depots. Who is going to win? I don't know. His tanks are right next to the Nexus. This looks deadly. This looks game ending. This looks very, very close. I just don't know who's going to win. SFEs ran to safety here to the bottom side to build a new base. Will he be on time? Will he have enough money to keep up with Burgersasu? Carriers under attack. Valkyries are killing the carriers. Carriers are trying to fight back, but will they be able to? Carriers on very low HP. Carriers going down. Reavers, Disruption Web comes in and saves the day. Disruption Web comes in and saves the day, kills the tank. Reavers pushing forward. There's only one more tank left alive here in the base. The Disruption Web in the end wins him the game. It looks like it. It looks like it. If that Disruption Web didn't come down, these Reavers would not have killed all the tanks, which then would have meant, the Marines, the Goliaths, and the tanks. And now he's building mass cannons. He's got 54 probes against 8 SCVs. The main base got cleared out. The tanks saved the main base, but 77 minerals, 8 SCVs, and pretty much no army anywhere to be seen. Burgersasu might have just won the game. It for sure looked like he was gonna lose 100%. Reavers unloading. That's a lot of Reavers, and only 1, 2, 3 tanks. Make it 4, and 2 on the high ground. Make it 5. Tanks go. Oh, that shot killed 4 tanks. He's pushing forward. Kills another tank. Now the Reavers can just stand there, sit there, and hold position and shoot whatever comes close. Dark Templars and Dragoons on the pathway, ready to. Oh, Ansung calls GG. Burgersasu wins the game. That was the most ridiculous game I've seen in my life. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Ansung almost won the game. Not once, not twice, but like 5 times. But Burgersasu kept finding a way to stay in the game, to stay alive, and hurt Ansung so bad that Ansung could no longer stay. Ansung ran out of money, no longer had an army. He tried everything in his ability to win, but Burgersasu held on and managed to find a way. Beautifully done. Beautifully done.